Andrus here, and today I'm doing something a little special. I decided to do something special with the two new, well, I guess they're not new releases anymore, but two albums that were released late last year by Iron Mask and Iron Savior. Now, why I wanted to do a combination is because they actually released the album on the same date last December, and both albums actually have 12 tracks with one instrumental each. Both are power metal bands. Both were released from on AFM Records, and both have Iron in their name, Iron Mask and Iron. So I was like, man, why not do a cool video of them combined with each other? So let's get into the two albums. The first of the albums is Iron Mask's Master of Masters. This opens up with an explosive track, Never Kiss the Ring. This keeps a real wicked pace and one hell of a pairing of snazzy lead hooks throughout, and a great vocal intro or introduction I mean, by the new singer Mike Slembrook, sorry. Great way to seduce the listener right off the bat, and it continues to seduce you with Tree of the World with hooky main lead, rhythms and drums that do plenty to energize until you get to the epic chorus. With its grandiose vocals and amazing neoclassical hook. I really enjoy Tree of the World. And I actually think this song translates over nicely, like commercially. I think a lot of people, it's like sort of radio friendly and has that good sort of commercial or mainstream hook that it would be good to sort of break them into the mainstream a little bit. Then there's a song I want to mention, Revolution Rise. This has the singer from At Vance on it, or the former singer of At Vance, Oliver Hartman. He does a fantastic job, and I really like how this song feels sort of like an At Vance track mixed with Iron Mask, so I really like that. This song has a great set of lyrics, a very strong message to it, and I think Oliver Hartman really nails his performance on that. Maybe I'll do At Vance in the future. Then we move on to, like, Master of Masters continues to rise with One Against All and his plethora of soulful melodies captured by the lead and rhythm guitars, ambient keyboards, and a majestic combo of vocals and choirs as well throughout, and it really elevates the song, especially when you get to the chorus. The chorus is just epic and very memorable, and I love the heart and soul in the solo. Just a nice touch. Really enjoyed the solo, and One Against All, awesome track. Then we move on to just this epic track called Nothing Lasts Forever. This has just wild action that doesn't let up, with palpitating energy for around 9 minutes, with a bombardment of tantalizing keyboards and scaling guitars, and the guitars that just wail. And I love the frenzy of classical moments throughout, and how much excitement is delivered in this 9-minute epic in this one. This is just a beast of a track. Then we move on to one of my, actually quite possibly my favorite track on the album, Dance with the Beast. This is extremely well done, and every instrument elevates each other, supplying each chord, note, hit, lyric with its own, specific hook, and they sort of all help each other out. And two significant bits that I want to mention I think really help this song, are really important, are these important rhythm chords that create this subtle emotional turn with these two chords, and these double bass shots. I find they add a little spike in energy in the chorus, and a chorus where Mike Slembrook ascends tremendously and does a fantastic job. I think his performance on this as the new singer for Iron Mask is just awesome. Then I want to mention one more song, Wild and Lethal. This just shimmers with dancing keyboards. I love the fist pumping tempo and the chords that go hand in hand, and it's got one hell of a vocal wail after the solo. Mike Slembrook just kicks it off. Like I said, he does a fantastic job. I think this is Iron Mask's best album. I could have talked about every song, but we got to go on to Iron Savior's Skycrest. How's this one going to battle up here? This opens up with a hero's welcome with the instrumental The Guardian, and that Guardian is revealed in the title track, Skycrest, which just screams glory and honor with its energetic tone, and a chorus that I really feel like is full of nobility, if that is a possible sort of atmosphere that can be created musically. So I just thought that was really cool. And then you move on to Our Time Has Come, and that continues the surge of energy skyward with a spark of keyboards and non-stop energy and building to a very inspiring chorus. Again, with that nobility. I really like how this album opens. It really gets you hooked, really gets you amped up. Iron Savior really, seduces the listener. Then we move on to Hellbreaker. This one is just full of great melodies provided by sweet, subtle guitar techniques, angelic bells, and crafty ambience, all forging this grandiose track with toughness, or tough-ass chords, united with Pete Silk, sort of tricky name for me to say. I know it's Pete, but anyways, he does a fantastic job with those power chords and really, amps up Hellbreaker. And one thing I noticed, I do love how the album sort of separates a little bit and continues to build with songs like Soul Eater, and then you move on a little bit. You got the bonus track Raise Your Flag to Heavy Metal. But I did feel a subtle change when you get to End of the Rainbow. This has a hint of this change, and that hint sort of arrives in the verse a little bit, and then I felt it even more in the chorus with this hope from the vocals and the backing vocals that really resonate in the heart. And then the last chorus of the song, as you're coming out of the solo there, gains more passion as Pete soars and really elevates this part of the song. Does a fantastic job. And I really like that, a bit of emotion in this track. And then you move to a really emotional track. It really shifts here with Ease Your Pain, where Jan Eckert created just a magnificent gem, showcasing a great vocal performance full of powerful emotion and beautiful music. I love the wavering and accentuating pain Jan uses on a handful of words to really create a lot of this pain, a lot of this emotion in the song. Just uncanny performance. I really liked Ease Your Pain, and it's just an awesome emotional track. It has a different sort of feel to an Iron Savior song as well. And then you go on to an awesome closing one, Ode to the Brave. Just classic Iron Savior power metal here. Flamboyant energy, great guitars, great force and grit to this song. Just, it sort of takes me back to Megatropolis, which is actually something I'm going to mention here in a second. But awesome albums from both these bands. Both are full of great songs. I could have talked about both all the songs on both albums all the way, but I didn't really want to spoil too much for you. Hope you guys check out down in the description, and maybe you guys do a comparison. Which album is better? Which one band's got better songs? Master of Masters or Skycrest? And I'm also going to be doing a rapid fire on both of these bands in the future now, after doing this comparison, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, check down for more metal content. Songs down below. Feel free to subscribe, recommend bands, albums, all that good stuff. Oops. Heavy listening.